guess what? It is season 2, finally, of the Super GameRoom Dudes. What do you guys think about all that? Come on, Mike.
Mike, come on. Get in the spirit.
I don't know what to say. I'm very excited that season 2 is finally here. Yeah, awesome.
Man, you guys are really selling this so good. You guys are selling this so good. That's right, guys. So Detroit Love will definitely be back next week. He's had a lot of stuff going on. Detroit Love in the summertime, it's hard tracking that boy down. It's hard. He usually only makes YouTube videos in the winter, right? Because he's always so busy. But Detroit Love will definitely be here next week. But we promised the viewers we would pursue, we would move forward, and we would do our season 2 premiere. You're watching the Super GameRoom Dudes. Hopefully you enjoy kind of the, summer's going to be wrapping up here. This is our Arkham-themed podcast that we're going to be doing for the next couple of months before we change gears again. You guys know me. If stuff gets boring, I like to change it. Welcome to season 2, guys. We got a lot of fun stuff planned for you tonight. All right, my dudes. So, Michael, what do you think about today, man? Do you think today was a pretty exciting day for home arcades? What do you think, man?
Oh, how can it not be? I mean, such big news coming out of all camps. Like, I woke up to find out that you and Toycade had done something. At first, I thought you had an affair, but it turns out that you guys had leaked the NFL Blitz cab. So there was a lot of different feelings about that. And then, of course, we had Evo. I knew what the news was going to be, but couldn't wait to see what everybody's reaction was. Such an exciting time that something that was so off limits, so taboo, no one could access is finally coming out. And believe it or not, it's the home arcade basically hobby is leading the charge on bringing this game back that's been untouchable for so long. And then, of course, the iArcade news later on in the day. It's been a really fun day, a lot of cool stuff happening. It's nice. It's nice to have all this fun stuff happening all on a Friday. I know everybody made lots of videos today. There was so much content out there.
Yeah, these are the days where people who hate YouTubers absolutely hate us because, what else are we going to do, man? I mean, we're here to spread news, information, entertainment, and it was a big news day. And I know I watched a lot of videos. I even made one and participated in one. What about you, Restalgia?
I didn't know anything was happening today until 5 minutes before the show, as per usual.
You're hilarious, man. Let's take a look here. I think we got a $2 donation here from NPC 5120. Anybody get a good look at that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 screen? I think B showed off a bunch of that, right?
So, I actually watched it get built last night, and I can 100% confirm it is a BOE monitor in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So, yeah, I think people will be happy with the screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. B actually sent us some footage. We actually have some videos that we can share with you guys in just a quick minute. So hopefully you guys will hang around for that. Michael, what else? Let's kind of sum up. We got to talk real quick about Marvel vs. Capcom 2, NFL Blitz leagues, but also iArcade. Kind of a big day for them as well. I know they're very excited over there. What was happening over there?
Space Invaders, which, there's no denying it. It is a AAA game. It's the number 2 highest grossing or best-selling arcade game of all time, according to their numbers. I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but it's one of the most important and historic arcade games of all time. Is on the console. They've got a very unique version that lets you change out color, change black and white. You can add a bezel to the side where it is a 5x4 monitor that you're playing on, and this is traditionally on a vertical screen. But you know what the killer is? When you're playing the normal version, even without a bezel, it kind of blends in, so you don't even notice that it's a vertical game on a horizontal screen. And that backdrop is gorgeous, like the one that you can put behind. I've been playing it all day. I'm enamored with the version that iArcade has. What they've put out there is a very good version of Space Invaders, and it's cool to see it on the iArcade. Good day for them.
Thanks for the Restalgia, can you take care of this super chat for us? I'd greatly appreciate it while I go change a setting here on something.
Yeah, it says this is really season 2 weak. Mike, I blame you for that. Hashtag free DMVSC2. I'm assuming that's free Marvel versus
Freed
oh my
Marvel
gosh.
versus Capcom 2.
What am I? Sorry. Yes. Marvel versus Capcom 2. And then Game Genie, how about the Sinden lights on iArcade? Go ahead and tell us all about that. I know you have the you got the leak on that.
Sinden light guns. I don't have a leak, so to speak, so much as Glenn said, "Hey guys, it's Glenn here. I'm working on Sinden guns." And then, Glenn is also working with iArcade, so it just makes sense that they're going to be together, right?
So you're saying that Glenn confirmed to you that Sinden will be compatible with the iArcade?
No, that's not what
That's
I'm
what
saying.
you're saying.
It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
Is it a
it's
little bit
reasonable.
like what you're saying?
I'm saying it's reasonable to assume, since Glenn announced that he's got the Sinden license, that he's going to be working on it for a home arcade company, and he's working exclusively with iArcade, pretty much.
You two are fighting again?
No, we're talking. We're having a conversation.
It sounds like
A and B conversation. See your way out of this.
It sounds like another fight. And season 2, are we going to have more fights? You know what I mean? Or are we going to grow past this Canadian feud? What's going to happen?
I think if Mike starts providing the correct answers, then I think there'll be far less to fight about.
All right. Well, guys, I want to take a quick minute before we start the show proper. I want to have a little bit of fun for you guys. Special shout out. I had a little bit of assistance on this. I was talking to Console Fanboy, and I was like, you know what? We really need to show the true love story between these two Canadians. The fact that everyone thinks they don't like each other. Yeah, I think deep down inside there is love. And we're just going to go back over some of our favorite moments from season 1 with Restalgia and MichaelB. Get ready for the best 3 minutes of your life.
For those of you who haven't heard, there was a big shakeup at At Games today. Somebody was let go, and Restalgia had to work double time.
Yes, that's what happened.
We're fighting already. Are we even going to make it to the season 2 premiere? I'm saying it both ways. I've heard it. Ubisoft.
No. According to your wife, Restalgia, Ubisoft.
Okay, that's fine.
So I made a video one time about how to mod the Sega Genesis. I just did it to mess with Restalgia, show him how shitty his videos are. So anyways.
I don't know. I shouldn't talk about it. Mike will get mad. We don't want Mike to get angry.
That may be 100% true. But you're also talking out of your ass. Hubert's the goddamn Field of Dreams. If you build it, it will sell.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Because you're a piece of shit, Restalgia.
No.
Because you're a piece of shit, Restalgia. No.
I'm going to explode here because pony up, biatch.
Mike, what happened?
I'm going to have an aneurysm. And Restalgia can eat shit. Because you're a piece of shit, Restalgia.
No.
I'm going to explode here because Restalgia can eat shit. And Restalgia can eat shit.
Mike is angry today.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore, man.
MichaelB's been beating his chest a lot lately. He's been beating his chest. MichaelB is the face that runs the place. Ain't that right, Steven?
That is the most accurate statement you have literally ever made.
Well, Bill, that's fine that you said that, but people are allowed to decide how they want to be known. And if Steven wants to be known as a girl gamer, you have no right to tell people he can't be known as that. Hey, buddy, don't jerk me around. Restalgia, it's weird. Don't you have something like that in the top drawer of the dresser next to your bed?
It's like podcasting with 2 women. Tell me about the product. Let's go.
Okay.
What else can happen tonight? The show has come unglued.
I just
what you're
you're a
saying?
garbage person.
Keep going.
You are full of lies, Michael. You are full of lies.
You can all go to hell.
Keep going.
I'm just so glad they came out with another Sega Genesis Mini to add relevance to Restalgia's name and YouTube channel again for a little bit longer.
Piece of shit.
Keep going.
If I can say something, yes, the videos are good, but I will warn people, never meet your heroes, because if you do run across this guy in real life, he is an absolute piece of shit.
You are full of lies, Michael.
We are prepared if MichaelB and Restalgia need to be separated from a fight. Console Kid is just going to sit in the middle and eat the popcorn and watch these guys. So, yeah.
I love Restalgia. I'm so glad he's back on YouTube.
You are full of lies, Michael.
He's one of my favorite content creators.
You are full of lies.
Because you're a piece of shit, Restalgia.
No, keep going.
He is an absolute piece of shit.
Keep going. I love it when the shows are fast-paced and fun. You don't have to sit there for 45 minutes talking about the same stupid topic. These are the shows I love. These are the shows that make PDubs happy. You are the viewers who make this stuff so special.
That is the most accurate statement you have literally ever made.
Mike, what happened?
I'm gonna have an aneurysm, and Restalgia can eat shit.
Talk about a true love story. I mean,
oh man,
Rachel McAdams and that guy, some Notebook movie, has nothing on YouTube. The love, the what do you guys think about that, Mike?
That was a lot of roasting Restalgia. Holy cow! I thought it was going to be like back and forth a little bit. No, that was a handicap, man.
What happened there, Mike? Like, explain this to me. Why? I'm hoping season 2 will be a time of healing between the two of you.
I've been talking to some people. I've been getting some help, and I'm trying to deal with my anger and let Restalgia talk. And not every human is a good person with a soul, and Restalgia deserves as much airtime as anybody else, even though he doesn't have those.
Oh my goodness!
You don't need to have a soul to have personality, Mike.
What about
you don't need to have a soul?
What about you, Restalgia? What are you going to do to make things right?
I think I got to double down now. I think
you got to double down.
This is war now. Did Mike make that video? Was this
big shout out to Big shout out to Console Fanboy for putting that together for us. He did a really
awesome.
Good.
Thank you.
He did a really good job. You know him. He's the clip master. So yeah, is there some weird thing on the output of our screen? Does it say the Super GameRoom Dudes donated $99 through Super Chat? What is that?
This is a test Super Chat alert for $99. Get rid of it.
All right. Yeah, guys, let me try and get that turned off for you. My apologies. This is what happens when we try to do new stuff. You know, new stuff kind of breaks on us. So
the chat's showing up though on screen. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, the chat's working fine, but that stupid eyeballs, it's still on the screen, man. That's ridiculous. All right, let's try and get that off of there. So
now I think I'm gonna have to go and spend the next week watching every single goddamn Super GameRoom Dudes cutting together just the stuff that I'm chirping Mike about, and we're gonna have a second one for next season or for next week.
It's gonna be incredible. You're gonna spend the next week trying to find something intelligent you said, and you'll come back empty-handed.
Mike, you are so wrong. You are so wrong. It's going to be full. It'll be a 15-minute montage. You got what, 3 minutes out of 2 seasons or 1.5 seasons, whatever the hell we were running. I'm going to have like a 30-minute montage, and just going to be in the first 2 episodes.
It's going to be 30 minutes of you dunking on me, isn't it, Spud Webb?
Oh, yeah. It'll be exactly that.
All right, let's have that fixed. All right, so that should work now. All right, cool. All right, my dudes. So let's get this show started proper. So MichaelB, the Game Genie, why don't you, since we started with iArcade and there's a little bit less going on there with iArcade, let's kind of run through that real quick, right, guys? So for instance, what was I going to tell you? Space Invaders got released today officially for everybody, as well as they did announce on their own live stream today. They had a show too, like they do every other Friday, Game Days, where they announced that Space Invaders Infinity Gene is going to be released. I think they said in 2 weeks. So a lot of people have been waiting for that, a little bit more modern game on the iArcade with a retro twist to it. So what do you guys think about iArcade getting Space Invaders Infinity Gene in 2 weeks, as well as what do you guys think about Space Invaders on the iArcade? Guys, did you play it on the iArcade today, the iArcade owners out there, and was it a good experience? Was the game worth the time they spent putting it together?
I don't know about that. Like, I mean, what did it take? They've been talking about this for 46 weeks?
450 days. It took 450 days for that
crazy.
For that to happen.
That's crazy. I don't know. I don't know what goes into building a game of this nature. I have no idea why it took so long, but the final product is very good. It's a very good version of Space Invaders. It's a lot of fun to play. I like the options, so I'm happy it's here. I don't care how long it took. I'm happy it's here. As for Infinity Gene, I've never seen it myself, so I think the first time I seen it today was on the outro of Game Days. They played a quick video. That's the first time I've seen any footage from it.
Of Infinity Gene?
Yeah, I've never seen it before.
You've never seen it before? Oh, yeah, you can Google it. It's cool looking. It's cool looking. Hang on one quick second here, guys. People are asking about Carl because we have a lot of late arrivals. Welcome to the show, everyone coming in late. Carl will definitely be here next week. He had to take tonight off because he went camping. So he's camping with his family.
It's not entirely true.
It is
what
entirely
happens?
true.
What happens is Carl gets up on Friday. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do Super GameRoom Dudes tonight," and then he's like, "Nah, f that. I'm gonna do something else." And then he writes us and goes, "Going camping." It's like when Restalgia tells us he can't make it to a live stream because he's got a family reunion 6 days a week.
That's true. That's true.
It was one time, Mike. It was literally one time.
Nope.
Let's see here. Frankie says, Infinity Gene is not my lover. She's just a girl that claims that I am the one. There you go.
Like that.
Shay Glover says, Friday nights with the Super GameRoom Dudes. Welcome to the show, my friend. Welcome to the show. So let's take a quick look at Space Invaders on the iArcade before we pivot over talking about some other stuff. Let's take a quick look at it. I'm still trying to get used to all this new stuff, guys, so bear with me. It's been fun. It should be this one. Let's take a look. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. So happy to see that iArcade finally got this game out. This will end up being one of the top selling games on their platform. And also, they did a great job on it. Like Mike mentioned earlier, the fact, yes, it is running the original ROMs, but the way they customized everything for their system, it will have leaderboards. The leaderboards weren't live today. Michael said the online leaderboards will be live very soon. What they're trying to do is they're trying to implement it into their online leaderboards version 2, which is something cool that they announced on their show today as well. So for right now, if you own an iArcade, any game that's leaderboard compatible, and geez, I think there's a couple hundred of them that are, any game that has online leaderboards on the system, they only display the top 30 scores. And what's funny is if you wanted to check your score versus everyone else, you really couldn't see it unless you were in the top 30. With the leaderboards revamping in a future firmware update, Leaderboards version 2 is going to show the top 100 scores for every single game that keeps online leaderboards. And what's really cool is no matter what your score is, like let's say you're in 700th place versus the top 100, you'll still be able to see your score. They'll have it displayed on the screen, which is great because that's something I do love about the Arcade 1-Up cabinets that have online leaderboards, Steve, is the fact that even if I'm not in the top 25, on the bottom, it tells me like, oh, you're number 364. You know what I mean? Like you get to see it. So I think that that's pretty cool. Like that way you can play and be like, oh, geez, I went from 364 to 322. I'm making my way up. You know what I mean? So I think that's pretty cool. Nice updates coming as well.
That's just smart leaderboard design. That's just a good way to do it. So definitely.
Yep. Ranger says he can't get past the first stage yet. Highly recommend you watch some Richie Knuckles videos on YouTube. We also interviewed, go find our old podcast show where we had Richie Knuckles on, and he played Space Invaders live for us. And he taught us the counting, how you count a specific number of shots. That way, when you shoot the saucers, you get maximum points and all that stuff. He taught us all the tricks on how to play Space Invaders. And that's how I do pretty decent now at Space Invaders myself. Go ahead.
So I've got a bit of a big piece of history since this is the first episode of season 2. Right after that Richie Knuckles episode you and Carl did on the Loft Report was the first time we were all on camera together. It was actually me and Restalgia did the very next show because we talked about what we thought of Space Invaders because it was the game of that week. And I didn't know what you were talking about. For some reason, I had a complete mind blank. And I was like, I don't think I've ever played it before.
Yeah, that was back when this was the Loft Report before it became Super GameRoom Dudes. Man, we're talking 2 years ago, bro.
The very next episode, I met Restalgia for the first time. And he wrote me after the show and he said, man, I really think we're going to hit it off together and be fast friends. And I said, you know it, partner.
Well,
I feel like that's not how that went at all. But oh, that's good, Mike. That's good.
it continues.
It is really what happened.
It continues. The love affair continues into season 2. But I actually have great news for everybody. You know what? Here, because you're not coming, Restalgia. Here, MichaelB says that this is his favorite. This is his favorite camera. Is that we should do this from now on? Is
Mike likes when I'm on the bottom.
And then Restalgia way down there, super tiny. He goes, "I love this new camera view." Right?
Yeah, Restalgia. I've got news for you. You're a natural bottom.
That's okay.
But iArcade on September 10th, which is Saturday, they're doing another Game and Brew night, which I've covered on this channel. I went to their first one. I live streamed the Game and Brew night. That's where I met Prentice and a bunch of Roy Mason and a bunch of amazing guys in this community, plus Chong and Michael in person. Saturday, September 10th, they're doing it again. And can we break the news, Mike? Do you want to break the news?
I thought they were going to do it on their stream. I was waiting the whole time. I was like, Jesus Christ, guys.
We don't want to say anything until you know that.
Hey, be quiet. Be quiet. This is for the big boys. The little boys stay quiet now.
Anyways, you guys may remember, well over a year ago, I did an episode and I said, hey, we should do this big gaming meetup sometime. Either we're going to go to Vegas or we're going to go to Chicago. Well, guess what, guys? We're going to friggin' Chicago.
We
That's
are.
right. The weekend of September 9th and 10th.
Except this little guy right down here.
Yeah, Restalgia's not coming.
Except this little guy. So
what's going to be busy eating some bananas.
So Saturday, September 10th, myself and MichaelB, the Game Genie, are going to be in Chicago at the iArcade Game and Brew night, but the list doesn't end there. Also, 19K Fox is going to be there. Console Kits is going to be there. And has Kong Zaros told his wife yet? Or did we just know?
He hasn't told his wife yet, but Kong Zaros is a maybe.
He's a baby.
I have a feeling she just found out.
He's a baby.
Yeah.
And also, a couple of my other favorite YouTubers, MCap and Rascal from the Basement Corner Arcade Show, are going to be there as well. So we're going to meet them in person. And if you guys are coming, let us know in the live chat.
Yeah.
And if you're not going, you should go. We're going to be there the whole weekend. We're coming in Thursday. We're leaving Monday. If you come to Chicago, Friday the 9th, we're going to be at, you can say it, Mike. Where are we going?
Well, the hope is we're going to Galloping Ghost Friday the 9th, and we're really going to explore that. We're also going to White Castle. That's 100% happening. I'm going to White Castle. Yep. I'll kill someone.
Galloping Ghost, White Castle. On Saturday, we're going to have Portillo's and the Game and Brew night. On Sunday, probably going to hopefully get tickets to the Bears game. You know what I mean? Bears. I think it's Bears 49ers. So there you go.
That's right.
So make sure you come through and check it out, guys. Make sure you guys come through and check it out. Restalgia says he doesn't want to come. So whatever, dude.
I didn't get invited.
You got invited.
Where's my invitation?
Stop it.
No, Restalgia wasn't invited.
White Castle.
We did it. We did ask.
Mike intercepted the invitation.
We did in fact ask Restalgia to come, and Restalgia, being the stand-up great individual who never lies, said, "Sorry guys, I have a family reunion I have to attend."
Yeah. Always a family reunion with you, man. Always a family reunion with you. I love this comment by Endless One Up. COVID and monkeypox. Here we come. So funny. So funny.
I'm just really excited. I haven't done anything like this for myself in a very long time. I'm excited to go meet my buds. I'm excited to go visit iArcade headquarters. I'm excited to go to Galloping Ghosts finally. And I think I've said it. I'm mostly excited about going to White Castle and possibly getting some Chicago style pizza.
You guys are.
Oh yeah. By the way, there's Restalgia told us the reason why is he doesn't have a passport anymore, but he's actually not allowed in the USA because of the investigation currently ongoing with ICE.
Oh God, you're so mean to him. You need to be nice. Restalgia, how do you handle this abuse for another season?
How do I handle it? I got thick skin, and I don't have a giant ego. So I'm good.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to sit myself in between you guys just to make sure there's no fisticuffs. But speaking of fun times, guys, let's talk a little bit about some Arcade 1-Up stuff. So for instance, let's see if we can get this to load on our screen. Boom. What is this, MichaelB? What happened here?
That is a very unique NFL Blitz cabinet.
And this is the first time that anyone is talking about this today.
Yeah, it's the first time. Where's the Toycade watermark? I don't see it.
You know what's funny is I did my Blitz leaked photo video because I got my hands on it through somebody else on Discord. So I did my video and I didn't put my watermark on it. My video came out, and about 30 minutes later, Toycade released his video. And he put the watermark all over the damn cabinet in the video. I was like, this guy, he's so funny. You know?
Oh my god, PDubs, you got to retire that shit.
I got to retire what?
Oh, the sound effects.
Oh, come on. They're great.
This is like a 90s sitcom.
Yeah. Guys, let us know in the live chat. I know it's your first time seeing this today, and you're shocked, you're amazed, and you're ready to provide feedback on it. But I gotta hear your feedback, guys. Are you excited about this cabinet? Are you not? Looks like there's a lot of pros with this cabinet. There's a lot of things up in the air as well. I think, Mike, I can't make a final opinion on this cabinet until all the details come out. If it looks like they are going to have the rosters. That much is confirmed based upon the artwork on the cabinet, as well as the Players Association logos that are on the cabinet, the NFL branding on the cabinet. So we are going to get the official rosters. Nice light up marquee. It is in a midway cabinet shape. Or, Mike, is this the new arcade 1-up shape?
Yeah. So from what we've understood, the new Mortal Kombat 30th anniversary, that's going to be the new arcade 1-up shape. So that replaces the original swan neck. And do you guys remember the legacy cabs for Midway and Capcom last year? Well, that was going to be the new arcade 1-up shape, but it sucked. So now we get this instead.
Yep. And then also there's questions on, okay, so if we're getting official rosters, are we getting the official games? Are these games going to be altered? Are they taking out the late hits, etc.? And things like that. And also, why is it called NFL Blitz Legends? So when I looked at the artwork on this thing, when I saw Legends, I mean, my thought was, you have all these legends on each side of the cabinet.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe it's like kind of like a Blitz Legends special edition. That's how they're kind of selling the artwork. You got Brett Favre, Warren Moon, all them guys on here. Is it Warren Moon? No, it's not.
No, that's
you got Deion Sanders,
Shannon Sharp.
No, yeah, Shannon Sharp. Bro, yeah, look at. And man, I hated this guy as a Bears fan growing up. I hated this guy, so I'll probably cover him with a nice Jim McMahon sticker. But yeah, so is that what they're doing, or is this game going to be called NFL Blitz Legends, and it's a totally custom game with? I don't know. It's so many things are up in the air.
Terrell
Davis.
Legends.
There you go.
Terrell Davis. Yeah, that's right.
There you go.
So the Legends is representative, I think, of just the people on the side of the cabinet.
You know what? You know why I said Warren Moon? I got an insider tip. This isn't confirmed because this is the only picture out there, Mike, where apparently he might be on the other side of the cabinet. That's why I was thinking. That's why I'm thinking. He's supposed to be on the other side along with two other guys, but that's the only name I remembered.
Well, actually, if you check the messages, 19K Fox just sent you a picture of the other side of the cabinet.
No way. He got a picture?
Yeah, he's got a picture the other time.
Oh,
yeah. While we're talking, again, the NFL Blitz Legends is only representative of, I think, of just the people on the side of the cabinet. I don't think there's a Legends game or anything like that.
Yeah,
I also think that maybe it's there to differentiate from the current day rosters. They don't want people buying the cabinet. Show it. Don't be weird about it.
Dan. You gotta show everybody, man.
I'm not gonna waste my viewers' time. What
do you mean waste your viewers' time? Two people in the chat will be like, "Oh, this isn't professional."
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 19K Fox sent this to me right now. He got an exclusive leak of the other side of the Blitz cabinet. Let's take a peek and see. There you go. So stupid. So stupid.
Every cab arcade 1-up releases will now have Shaq on the side. The other reason I think is this cab is coming out at the same time. NBA Jam Shaq Edition is coming out. I mean, honestly, Shaq on NBA Jam, it didn't really bring any value or any heightened perception to the cabinet, any mainstream appeal. I don't know why they did it. I think Arcade 1-Up is just going through a stage where they're like, celebrities, yo, that's what we need. So they're just getting people to endorse their products. I don't know why.
Do you guys think that this is a legitimate image, though?
Which one? The one from
Not
earlier?
the one with Shaq, the one that you just showed.
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Why do you guys think that? There's just a couple things that are off that are just kind of like, it's really well done, but it's like just a couple things that I'm like, it's weird. So pull
Okay,
back up for a second.
you go ahead. You go ahead and give your explanations, and then
No, I'm
we'll
just
talk
I
about.
want to
No,
hear.
no, you go ahead and give your explanations. Then we'll talk about it afterwards. Impart us with your wisdom.
Did you see how big Mike's eyes got? Mike's eyes got huge. You go ahead. All right,
No, Mike,
tell
I'm
us
good.
why-
I'll wait.
All
No,
right,
no,
tell
you
us
go
why it's
first.
fake.
No,
Tell us why it's
no.
fake.
Ladies first, as always. Come on, Mike.
Ladies first.
Shaq ate Shannon
So-
Sharp. I just saw that in the live chat.
So, what happened was it came out, and then B said it's real. So it's real. B pretty
It's
much
real.
works for Arcade 1-Up right now. So
Yeah, he's probably their biggest stockholder at this point, right?
yeah.
No, in all seriousness, I'm going to share another picture with you guys. This one is one that I did earlier in my video, and I made a boo-boo in my video. You guys ever have like one of those dumbass moments? I did today. So
Mike
for
does
instance,
all the time.
so the picture everyone shared was from here down. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse on the screen, right? So this got cropped and then this picture made its way, but this picture was taken from this. This is a whatchamacallit, manufacturer's listing that goes out to retailers like, hey, we're making this product. You want to buy it? Here's the details on the product. I did this video today. I'm like, oh, it says you can connect with other players, but can you actually play online with somebody? And of course, me going too fast. When you actually look at the bottom where they start talking about keep a live packet for maintaining session state and game session synchronization, that confirms that this should be online play. It's not just leaderboards. It's not just record keeping or high scores. We'll actually be able to play each other online, which is really, really cool. Really, really cool. Hopefully it's a good experience. Can't believe I missed it. That's what happens when you go too fast. You miss shit. So my bad there for my video earlier. Overall, there's a couple things up in the air, such as what are the final rosters in the game? Will it have 49-way joysticks? What is the price point going to be? What else is up in the air, Mike? It looks like it's going to have a BOE monitor, right? It better.
No, we don't know anything. Like literally all we have is this artwork right now. So all the assumptions people are making is just, I don't know. I don't know why they're making them. The only thing we know is this is what the cab's going to look like, and it's real. So we don't know what the rosters are going to be like. I'm anticipating that it is going to be the real games. I'm hoping that there isn't any alterations that need to be made. As authentic as possible is what people want. So hopefully Arcade 1-Up can do that. I think with the artwork on the side, I'm really hoping that's, I'm always going to say I would prefer a recreation of the original. But if you go back and look at the original Blitz side package, I mean, it looks like N64 graphics on the side. It's not exactly the prettiest cabinet. Maybe that's the reason they did that. I don't know. I have a lot of questions coming out of this. There's things I like. The control panel is from Blitz 99. That looks good. The marquee looks good. But other than that, we don't have any answers on this cabinet. This tells us literally nothing.
So this is interesting. Jeffrey goes $2. Will it be the Washington Commanders in the game? I doubt it. It probably would be the original. It's just like when you play NBA Jam, right? And they have like the Hornets in there and stuff like that, right? Like,
well, I think the reason why they're saying that is it's become a topic of conversation, and especially it's offensive to some people. So it's not like the Hornets, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't think the Hornets are offended, like real Hornets and Hornet fans are offended by the Hornets being in there instead of the Bobcats or whatever you want to say. But
fair point. I would be shocked if they take it out. I would be shocked if they take it out.
Yeah, we'll see. I think it's going to be the original game. That's what I'm hoping.
Now, based upon the control panel being a Blitz 99 control panel, we can probably safely assume that Blitz 99 is probably going to be on this cabinet. Whether or not they're going to have multiple games, if it's a 1 gig cabinet, we don't know. So, for instance, Michael Suna said, so are you ladies buying both cabinets? Michael, there is not enough information yet for me to buy it, nor to tell my viewers to purchase this cabinet, because there's just not enough information out there. We got to hear about late hits. We got to hear about the teams, the rosters. We also need to hear about, will it have 49-way sticks, or are they just sticking us with an 8-way stick? There's a lot of facts, how many games are included, and the price. There's a lot of stuff we need before we can determine whether or not we're going to pick this one up. However, when it comes to the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cabinet, I think there's a little bit more information there for someone to make a decision. So, Mike, what happened in Vegas today, man?
Well, it was Evo, and I knew going into it, so I didn't really make any prediction videos. But yeah, Arcade 1-Up did something very special. Now, some people were writing me, and like they're not fighting game fans, so they were like, "Oh, it's a disappointing day." But I don't think anybody can be disappointed by this. If you know the history, even if you're not super excited as a fan, it's a very important day from a history perspective, because Marvel vs. Capcom 2 has been in purgatory for years now, with nobody being able to make a new copy that's playable, accessible to people for years. Nobody could get it done. We're talking major companies like Xbox, Sony, other people got involved. No one made it happen. And somehow this small, and really small comparatively in the video game world, our home arcade company, Arcade 1-Up, came along and made it happen. So that's very impressive.
So I'm getting some video. Guys, big shout out to B Kong from Kongs R Us. Make sure you check him out on YouTube. He did us a huge favor, and he sent us some videos. I just got to finish getting these uploaded into our system here. Unfortunately, I had to work a little bit late, so I wasn't as ready as I usually am. So just bear with me here. Mike, what else and Restalgia, what is your thoughts on MVC2? Like, no one's heard from you today on this. I know you were eager to do a live stream with everybody else.
I don't know, Mike. Am I allowed to talk? Or...
Of course. Of course. No, just, go ahead. I'm just ready. That's all.
So I'm okay now. What do I got? Like 30 seconds? Is that okay?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. Just making sure, Mike. So I like this quite a bit. I'm a big fan of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. It's probably my favorite fighting game that I've ever played, period. And it is it's good news. I'm looking forward to seeing how well it runs, because running the Dreamcast version is a lot easier than running the arcade version.
Yeah.
So we know that it's going to have more advanced hardware. I think John D's already confirmed that on his live stream. So I'm just curious to see how all the pieces are going to come together and how well it's going to play, and I'm looking for it. So looking forward to it.
Cammy here. How's life down in? Jeez, isn't she in Tanzania, south of Australia, New Zealand, even south of New Zealand? I think she's from far away, across the ponds. Still no Street Fighter Alpha games. That would be nice if they could get some of those and kind of change things up a bit. But we are getting Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I mean, It's so funny, man.
Well, it's just funny. It's like, one of the biggest, most historic like video game things at Evo. Like, this free MVC2 has been going on for years, and the first thing someone says is, "Yeah, that's cool, but no Street Fighter Alpha. What the hell?"
Yeah, man. I know. I hear you. That's what happens, Like, even
on to the next one.
Like even when Arcade 1-Up officially announces NFL Blitz and Time Crisis, the very same day, within 10 minutes of them announcing it, there will people that go, "But what's next? What's coming?"
Yeah, you're not gonna get everybody. Like I said, like, people actually wrote me and were genuinely upset. They were like, "So Arcade 1-Up's announcing something else today," and I was like, "No, man, that's it." And they were like, "Really? That's it?" And I was like, "What more do you want?"
Why would they want anything else? They announced literally the perfect title that matches that event. There's nothing else that they should have announced at this event at all, because this game fits perfectly with that event. It's like,
that's right.
It's massive news. It's probably one of the most impressive things to be announced at that event, period.
I have a viewer after my own heart here, guys. Wait, I think they should have skipped Marvel and NFL Blitz and announced Qbert today instead. The movement, the dream lives on. That's so funny.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. I'm hoping that now that every fighting game that pretty much has ever been released has been put into an arcade one-up cabinet, we can get some good 80s arcade games released.
Mike, you're wrong. Unfortunately, there are a ton of really good fighting games that have not been released in an arcade one-up. You can think of a couple. Come on, give me 2 really good fighting games that you have not seen released on an arcade one-up yet.
Well, we're still waiting for the Street Fighter Alpha series, and we're waiting for a Street Fighter Third Straight cabinet. I'll give you 2
Okay,
right
let's go more. Give me more then. If you're just going to stick with Street Fighter, give me some more, man.
Yeah, but I don't like the games you like. You're going to be like, oh, Virtua Fighter, and we get some
Virtua
Tekken
Fighter. What about Tekken 3? What about Soul Calibur? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I do like Soul Calibur.
Suck my lemons.
Yeah. Pliskin, you must have joined the show late, buddy. They did announce that Space Invaders Infinity Gene will be released in exactly 2 weeks from today. So they got more titles coming to iArcade. What do you guys think of the marquee here? I got a couple good shots of it from B. Thanks so much. I think this marquee looks great.
Yeah, they did a really good job with the art. Like the marquee looks good. A lot of people complained about the control panel, but the control panel is pretty authentic to what you would see on most of their conversion cabs. Side art, again, it's one of those things, like it's the same as Marvel versus Capcom. There's no dedicated side art. So, I mean, they had to get creative. So it's as good as it's going to be.
People were complaining about the control panel. What was wrong with it?
The sides of it, right?
The sides of it and the control panel itself. They didn't like that.
Oh, is it because the control panel sides are the same? They don't match the side art, is what you're saying? Yeah, because it has the gray here, gray and gray. Is that what you're talking about?
They didn't like any of it, from what I understand. They didn't like the gray on the side or the gray on the control panel itself.
So put a graphic over it. You're fine.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't want to do that. And like, not everybody who buys arcade one-up cabinets are like, "Oh man, so glad I spent $650 on this, so now I can go out and spend another $200."
That's right, Steven. There are people out there who hate modding cabinets. Absolutely
there are people,
and they get really upset when people mod their cabinets.
There is at least one person that I know fairly well that absolutely wants anyone who's modded an arcade one-up machine to die. It was his words. He's like, I hope everyone who mods arcade one-up machines dies a horrible death. And I was like, whoa, Mr. Mike, that's really aggressive. But you are not a fan of
that. What is nice to see, though, is this cabinet. John D did confirm on the stream the retail price is going to be $599. It's coming with 8 games, as well as it's coming with a BOE monitor. He says the speakers sound incredible on here. All right, I got to point something out, though. So I did a reaction. To their show, and then it was funny. Then Justin Console Kits did a reaction. I called it the other one-up show because I was just trying to be funny. Then Console Kits did a stream, and he called it the other one-up show, which was fun. That's Justin for you. The guy's a character. But what's funny is I completely forgot about this moment until later, after I got off the air, when they said we're going to show some game footage. They only showed, literally, you can time it, 3 seconds of game footage. They were like, we got a clip for you of some gameplay footage. And it was a 3-second clip, Mike. It was shorter than most GIFs, that video. That was pretty hilarious. But apparently the game's not ready, I'm supposing. I mean, Justin Wong said there were bugs and input delays that they're hoping to work out before it gets launched. I just thought it was completely hilarious. If you only have 3 seconds, don't even show anything. 3 seconds. Did you guys see that? Am I wrong? Honestly, now that I go back, after the hype goes away and you start to digest it, I'm like, that was probably stupid. Like, they probably should have just cut that from the show. Go ahead.
I know why, but I don't know if I can say it. I don't know if it's cool for me to say it. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Anyways, just know the game wasn't in its final form.
Oh, okay. But yeah, you're going to get the BOE monitor, which make a lot of people happy. They also said it's going to have lobbies. It's going to have spectate mode and all that kinds of stuff. So when it comes to people who like to set up their online gaming, streaming tournaments and things like that, they'll be able to get that set up.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that because I assume that most of these games are going to have cross-play with the original Marvel vs. Capcom and X-Men vs. Street Fighter cabinet. So you have to do a pretty similar setup, right?
Yeah, they did confirm that as well.
Yeah, and the game lineup is awesome. This actually becomes like a legacy cab because it basically combines the games that are on both those cabinets. So I got a feeling that my X-Men versus Street Fighter might not be long for the Genie-cade or the Overflow Room. I think I'll probably replace it with this. The only thing I'm disappointed by when I saw this cab coming out, even if it didn't have Marvel versus Capcom 2, say it was Marvel versus Capcom II and a Marvel Legacy cabinet, I was like, great, I can combine all the games that were on the other two cabinets. Plus, I can add back the Punisher. I was heartbroken to know that the Punisher is no longer going to be on Arcade 1-Up cabinets. That was such a really disappointing piece of news that we heard this past week.
Yeah, guys in the live chat, let me know what you think about that. Do you guys not care? I mean, in my opinion, it's one of the best arcade beat 'em up games I've played since starting being in this little hobby. Game's amazing. I love it. It's such a good beat 'em up game, and yeah, it's violent. He's got guns, he shoots people, there's blood, but still, there's so many other games out there that are way worse than that. Way worse than that. So the fact that they were alluding to it being like did they say like something going on with people using the Punisher symbol in some kind of gang or something? I was only half paying attention.
I have no idea. All I heard was too violent. They don't, I don't know, but like that was the biggest regret I had of selling the Marvel Superheroes cabinet was I'm not going to be able to play Punisher on an Arcade 1-Up cabinet anymore. And I was like, well, it'll eventually come back in some other form. And now I find out it won't. And I'm like, damn it. I don't want to buy another Marvel Superheroes cabinet. So I guess I'm going to have to resort to emulation to play that going forward.
Yeah. I hear you, man. I hear you. I love that game, so it's a shame it's gonna be put in the vault.
Yeah, the Disney vault. Literally the Disney vault.
Literally the Disney vault. Meatball Saucy threw us a question. Let me see if I can find it. The chat's moving here. He goes, question, if you don't have room for a new 1-Up, is there a way to play online with others without buying into the Arcade 1-Up ecosystem?
Nope.
If you're talking about games like Marvel versus Capcom and stuff, yeah, there's Fightcade. But if you're talking about if you want to play with other Arcade 1-Up owners, you have to have an Arcade 1-Up cabinet. So there you go. Free the Punisher. Yeah. We should start a new movement. There you go. Let's see right here. We got a great feedback here from Jet Set Baroni. PDubs Arcade Loft. Kong and Mike of All Trades played MVC2 live versus each other on Mike of All Trades live stream today. Nice. I didn't get a chance to see that, guys. What's funny is we're supposed to be doing our day jobs during the day, right? And I was kind of peeking over at YouTube watching some of these streams and stuff. And, I couldn't watch them all, but yeah, I'll have to go check out the replay on that and see how it went. Overall, Mike, what's your impression? You know what? While we do that, I'll pull up the Arcade 1-Up website here with the listing because I think we have enough information to kind of like make a decision as to whether or not you're interested in this cabinet. NFL Blitz, we don't know enough. I can't tell people to buy it, and I can't tell people not to buy it because it's all assumptions. You know what I mean? I need more facts.
Yeah, no, like there's literally the problem with that art is you can look at it and say, wow, that looks nice, doesn't look nice. It actually creates more questions than it does anything else with the Blitz art because you're like, what the hell does Blitz Legends mean? Why is the art changed on the side? Why is this going to happen? But with Marvel versus Capcom, I mean, this was official today. So we know everything about it and we can make that designation.
Guys, let us know if you're going to be getting Marvel versus Capcom 2. Garage Gamer says, bye. Kingsborough says, head-to-head MVC. Return. Did you just order the head-to-head, buddy, and you got to send it back?
He just bought it. The only good thing about the head-to-head Marvel versus Capcom is at least Punisher is on there.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, here you go. So you get all the games that are pretty much on the other two cabinets, Marvel vs. Capcom and X-Men vs. Street Fighter cabinets. So you're going to get all those games pretty much. And cross-play is enabled. So, if you don't want to buy this cabinet, what's nice there is there's potentially going to be more people playing the cabinets. Hopefully beef up the lobbies a little bit more, right? So there might be some more people playing these. But obviously you do need to purchase this cabinet in order to pick up Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So Somebody left me a funny comment on my video today where I was talking about the announcement, and they wrote, "PDubs, Arcade 1-Up has freed Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for the low price of $599." I was like, yeah, but at least it's out there. Like, and then people were saying this should have been released also on console. Who says it's not going to happen? Maybe Arcade 1-Up is just getting there first, right? Like, maybe some console systems are going to get this game now. We'll see. Well, you guys are chewing on that thought. $2 donation from Hobby Hands. I think I will buy MVSC2, but he's not going to pre-order, so he's going to wait. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to wait, guys. What is going on right now? Everything from Arcade 1-Up is on sale, right? Good deals, good prices, versus what a lot of us paid for them new, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Yep. But you're going to get an 8-game cabinet, and did they even give more of the specs here? I thought I saw them at the very, very bottom. Yeah, Wi-Fi, side art, headphone jack, blah, blah, blah. Nothing else. Nothing fancy. Just your typical basic stuff. All right, so Michael B., I want to know, are you going to be picking this cabinet up? Is there enough? There's enough here to make a decision?
Yeah, absolutely. I want Marvel superheroes back in my lineup. Also, where I don't have the Marvel versus Capcom cabinet, I also don't have X-Men versus Marvel superheroes. So there's enough new games added to the lineup for me to want to pick this up, and Marvel versus Capcom 2. And I'm sorry, I'm going to jump. And I'm going to take your spot right now and say, Restalgia, are you interested in this? Because I remember way back, you actually had a modded Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Arcade 1-Up cabinet way back when, right?
Mm-hmm. I did. Am I allowed to talk, Mike? Just making sure that...
Can you give it up? It was about your stupid comment about Blitz, where you pretend that you know something. You're like, here's what I pontificate. And then I was going to tell you were wrong. That's it.
Well...
because I actually had information.
I know, and all I was trying to do was ask a question because I didn't have information and something I noticed. That's all. I get so angry. Anyways, in terms of this game, I'm limited on space, and I told myself I would maybe bring in one or two more, but I got to wait for the right ones. I really like this game, but right now it's a hard maybe. I don't think I'm going to commit to it because I think I said I was like waiting for like a Crazy Taxi, or I was waiting for like a Cruise in USA or something like that. So like, I don't know, maybe it's a maybe.
That's a pretty good night for your wife when you tell her, "Hey baby, I got a hard maybe."
Can I ask a question about the NFL Blitz before I was so rudely interrupted? Can I pull up that artwork? Jesus.
Oh, you want to talk about the artwork? All right.
That's all. I just had a question about it. I figured I'd ask Mr. Michael B., the game genius over here.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Okay, so...
Oh, I'm not a genius. I just had the information.
I'm saying, my question was not if you think the game is coming. My question was, do you believe that this is like accurate, 100% accurate artwork or as accurate artwork as what we can expect to come out? And the only reason I asked that is because on the marquee, they have the Midway logo.
Yep.
And a lot of games, although they would normally have the Midway logo all over their devices, they're always removed on the Arcade 1-Ups. I don't think any Arcade 1-Up device is ever released with a Midway logo. So that's what I saw, and I was like, that's a little bit weird, isn't it?
Well, no, the Midway Legacy cabinet's got the Midway logo on it, buddy.
Oh, that's true. Okay,
you know what? Yep. You know what's funny? Restalgia, as much as we fight and we joke with each other, I was on 19K Fox's stream earlier today, and I said the exact same thing. You would notice on most of the Arcade 1-Up cabinets, they usually remove all the logos, Sega, Midway, all that stuff usually comes off. But B was on with us, and B said, "No, guys, it's on there. The final version, yeah, it's going to be there."
That marquee looks like 100% identical to the original marquee. Like it's spot on. So that's what threw me off when I saw the picture. I was like, okay, I believe that this is probably like a rendering for different wholesalers or for different buyers, but I wasn't convinced this is actually like final artwork. I thought this could be like concept art, like we saw with the leaked Simpsons art, right? Like it was similar, but it was different enough because of the concept art. So that's what I was trying to say. I wasn't trying to be a smart ass, Mike.
No.
Asking a question.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm again not a genius. I just had the information and I thought you were being sarcastic, so I apologize. But we actually had the exact same thought, just at different times.
So Restalgia, was that it on the Blitz, or did you have another question? I want to make sure you get your time in the light.
Thank you, PDubs. I appreciate just opening up the floor for me.
I respect you and everyone else.
I know at least one other person on the stream respects me. So I'm just trying to think.
You guys realize when we pull the plug and go off air, these guys laugh their asses off. It's all shit.
And then end up talking for like 2 hours. Till Restalgia says, "That's my wife. She's finished with the other guy."
Very funny.
Although we do have to admit that. Although we talk off air, you still call him a piece of shit when we're not live.
To be fair, that's like a term of endearment from Mike, though.
Man.
I think the only other thing I was questioning was the Blitz Legends.
Yeah.
Don't know what that's about, or if it's just to signify the artwork that they've got on the side of it. And then the artwork itself, obviously very different than what an NFL Blitz cabinet would have looked like. My point on it was I actually think this is very smart. And I know, Mike, you're super into the like authentic recreations. Yep. But my point on that was that I think this artwork speaks much more to the masses, right? Like this, if somebody looked at this artwork and they're just an NFL fan and they want something cool for their, home bar, I think this is actually going to be something that would sell better to that individual than the original artwork would, because it's got like actual, like real players on it, like people that people can relate to. Oh, I remember this game and, I went to go see these guys play or whatever. I think this was a smart move in terms of the artwork there.
And I think that's a really good point. And it goes into what I think about why it's NFL Blitz Legends on the side, which is because they want to make sure people are aware that this isn't representative of the current NFL rosters. These are Legends players. So that's why the side art is the way it is.
You guys are funny.
Hey, Mike, are we in a romantic relationship? Vassal wants to know.
I think there's been a lot of teasing and it's been kind of thrown out there, but we haven't had a chance to actually consummate our relationship in any way. And once we have a chance to meet, we'll see where it goes. It's either going to be we're immediately going to know, hey, we're just dudes, dudes, or we're going to fall hopelessly in love when we get together.
Oh no, our Magic 8-Ball's not working. Damn it! Always with these premieres, stuff goes wrong. So
What's with the gimmicks?
Because the gimmicks are fun. So I added a Magic 8-Ball to our live chat, so people, if they type in a special code in a question, the Magic 8-Ball provides them answers. And I came up with amazing answers based upon some of our best catchphrases. And it's not working in the live chat. It's not working.
I do really have to hammer home. I am disappointed whenever iArcade 1UP puts out a product like this. I understand where you're coming from, Restalgia, but at the same time, I do want this to be a nostalgia company, and I do want them to try to recreate the original cabinets. So when I saw this today, my immediate reaction was disappointment, and it's still disappointment. I can pick it apart and try to understand it all I want, but I will never understand why a company that says we're providing nostalgia would go against that. So I'm just...
Yeah, I hear that. I think the problem, though, with continually rehashing and pulling on the nostalgia strings is that eventually you're going to just dry up that well, right? Like you're going to run into a situation where all of the people who are really interested in like a nostalgic arcade, they're going to run out of space. They're going to run out of money. They're going to run out of desire to keep purchasing the next one. And I think with a product like this, and as much as I don't like the Shaq NBA Jam, it speaks to a substantially wider market. So they can hit current NBA fans. They can hit current NFL fans that would want to buy it, not for the nostalgia, but for the cool conversation piece. Or, oh, I remember that game from the arcade, and the artwork's super cool. I'll throw that in my living room.
So what's the cool conversation piece? Someone comes into your house and you're like, hey, man, you got an NBA Jam that looks like shit. Awesome.
I can't argue the artwork on it sucks, but I think the motivation behind it was a smart motivation. I just think the execution was a little bit sour.
It works. It works. All right, it works. You guys noticed in the live chat the robot responded. I asked him a question. I fixed it. All right, guys. So if you want to entertain yourself while these two are fighting, which is what I know what I'm going to do, just put an exclamation mark 8-ball in the live chat, and then you have to ask it a question. So, does Michael B wear curly pants? So, for instance, I just did an example here, and the Magic 8-ball will respond within hopefully a few seconds and let us know, and we respond directly to you. So we just gotta give it a minute. Eventually, it'll kick over, but it is working now. So there you go. All right, cool. So what else is going on? Sorry, I like it when new shit works. So yeah, there we go. There you go.
That's about it, man. Like honestly, those two big announcements from Arcade, well, one big announcement and one leak from Arcade 1-Up has been pretty much a big point of interest for people in the community today. Also, we've got the iArcade Space Invaders. Silence again from Mac Games. I mean, hopefully something comes up pretty soon. They had this guy working there that just was the shits and really caused them a lot of problems. So it's going to take a while after they get rid of him in order to get the company back up and running and do some good stuff, because keep having all these stupid ideas. Oh, don't make it look like an original cabinet. Put some really obscure celebrities on the side. That's what'll sell cabinets. Like, that's the kind of guy they had. And now that he's gone, the company's back on track. So we should start seeing some good stuff coming up soon.
By the way, thank you for subscribing, 360. We greatly appreciate it.
Hold on, did it just say hashtag it's playable, LOL?
Yeah, I put
Hold on, wait, did you program that to say stuff like this?
Yes. like it's so funny. I added a whole bunch of our catchphrases. It's playable. Michael B and I have a new one for iArcade. It's called hashtag better than nothing. Remember that, Mike? That's in there too. I programmed Restalgia's Let's Get Started and Banana Time. All kinds of stuff in there. But okay, you guys are going nuts asking the questions now. People are
why does it keep saying it's me, Michael B. Lol?
Because that is one of the responses to because that's one of his catchphrases. So
that's what I say when I start my live show. Live shows.
Lol.
Yeah, there you go. All right, and also, guys, we are. So we will also have a couple of mini games on episode 2 of season 2 in the live chat, guys. We will have the ability for you guys to play slots and things like that during the live show. And also, I'm thinking about I can add a nice little widget of spin the wheel, truth or dare with the Super GameRoom Dudes. And you guys spin the wheel, and whoever it lands on is and you physically spin the wheel, the viewers do. So it's going to be pretty cool. So we're going to add a couple of goofy things just for your entertainment, as well as keep up with all the gaming news. Today was mostly, we have other segments planned. We're going to be doing VR, guys, coming up very soon. It's called Virtual Restalgia. So in future episodes of season 2, VR, Virtual Restalgia is really into VR gaming, and he's going to be covering a lot of VR gaming on this podcast as well, guys. So we're going to be talking about that.
Here's Restalgia's segment every week. Did you play Super Hot? Why not?
every week, the same game. Also, I got a lot of Steam games. Companies are sending me Steam games, PC games. We definitely want to start talking about a bunch of that stuff more. We definitely want to get more into the games and not just the companies. So hopefully that's okay with all of you out there as well. Lots of great stuff on the horizon. Today was Evo, so today was kind of like, it's our season premiere. I want to do all these things, but we got to talk about Evo and the leaks. Next week, though, it's going to be back to business. I think, you know what I mean. This is just the storm right now.
Can we do a new segment on our show called "Will at Games Announce Anything New?"
and have a tumbleweed go across the screen? I'm telling you, I still think that National Owners Day is 1 month away, and that's when they're going to say, "Hey guys, it's National Owners Day. Order your micro pinball machine. Plus, we have all these pinball game packs available, right?" And if they don't announce anything like that on National Owners Day, I'm going to be upset. You know what I mean?
You think it's going to be pinball game packs?
either pinball game packs or arcade game packs, but they gotta, if you're not going to come out with new products, you really got to add more games to your system. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hopefully there's something that comes out that's new and adds some value. But I do think we should run a tally on our show. How many weeks has it been since AtGames had news? And I'm not trying to shit on AtGames now. I'm just trying to motivate them to do something. Come on,
I gotta say, it's interesting because didn't we all have the general consensus that if a company doesn't have anything to say, they shouldn't say anything because it causes so much craziness. And
look,
then now
look who's defensive. Look who's defensive.
I'm not defensive. No, I'm not. I'm
No.
curious. I'm curious, Mike, because I think you were in the same boat. You were like, hey, if they don't have anything to say, it causes chaos. It does this, blah, blah, blah. Now AtGames is just like, we don't have anything to say. And everyone's like, well, why the fuck aren't they talking more?
Oh, you know what the problem is?
Tell me.
We're entitled.
Oh, wait, hold
We're
on,
entitled.
wait,
All the fans are entitled. That's right.
I knew that was coming.
Brian asked a question. He goes, what happened to the AtGames racing cab? We haven't heard anything. I'm assuming it's canceled. Maybe on National Owners Day they'll provide an update since it'll have been a year since they announced they were working on one.
Well, I don't think it's canceled. I think that right now is a downtime in all of industry. A lot of companies aren't putting out, like even Arcade One Up. We did a show. When was it? Last Monday, the Monday before. They've got like barely anything coming out this year, right? I mean, even the two cabs that we've seen today, we don't know if they're going to be out by year end. They might be next year cabs.
No, Marvel versus Capcom said that you can order it in September and it would ship within 2 weeks. It says it on their website. Or
pre-order in September.
I think so. Was
okay,
it August?
I could be wrong
on
that.
Wait, what? The racing cabinet?
No. The Marvel versus Capcom 2.
Oh,
I either have my dates mixed. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Marvel versus Capcom 2,
and then it ships within 2 weeks or something like that, or ships as early as 2 weeks out.
They said within a few weeks is what it says on their website.
Well, that's great. That's good news.
Yeah. I love Devil Waldo's recommendation for the new segment. What games? Did you see this, guys, on the bottom of the screen? It's hilarious. I think we might have to trademark that before it gets taken. But then again, I am technically, because I'm so limited on space, I'm technically not even really interested if AtGames does a racer, because I just spent all that money on the Buy Stuff store racing cabinet setup, and it's going to be here Monday, Mike. I'm going to have it Monday. I'm super excited about checking this thing out. So I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it.
Which artwork did you go with?
I went with Daytona.
Daytona? I thought you were going to go with like Barbie's Dream Car or something.
I wanted to, but they said that they ran out of pink ink printing yours.
Man, that sucks. If you saw that artwork, so good.
Yeah. Kingsborough says, can we see a clip of it? Are you talking about the AtGames, the Buy Stuff store racer? We'll show you next week when it's here, and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Plus, I still have my back box I bought from them for my Legends pinball machine, and a whole new artwork kit because I'm doing a full transformation to my pinball machine. I haven't even got to that yet. We've been so busy, guys. So I got a lot of that stuff I got to start working on. So yeah, I hate being backlogged. I don't know about you, Mike.
I hate being backed up.
Yeah. Restalgia, what about you?
Doesn't bother me.
You guys are hilarious. All right, so let's take a look here. Steven, anything else going on in the world of gaming or emulation you want to touch on real quick?
I didn't come prepared.
What are we hacking this week, buddy?
I'm just doing a rehash of the PlayStation Classic mod. There's like a bunch of changes that have been made, and now you've got light gun support that works on it.
Nice.
So you can use either the Arcade Europe light gun, or you can use the gun for IR, and it's like super easy to get set up. The Arcade Europe light gun is plug and play. You plug it in and you calibrate, and then you're done. You can just start playing light gun games on your PlayStation Classic. So that's pretty cool. I'm working on that. That's real. I don't have a whole lot going on. This
are you going to release a video? Please tell me you're going to make a video for this, because I would love to set up light guns on my PlayStation.
I do intend to. I did make one video showing it that it is functional and it works, but I haven't made a tutorial on how to actually set up RetroArch, which is super easy. It's like 2 minutes and you're done. So
how haven't we made this an official segment? Dabbling in the dark arts with Restalgia. Come on.
Well, he wants to. I asked him. I said, "Do you want to have a segment on the new show? What do you want it to do?" He said he really wanted to do VR stuff, and I was like, "VR, Restalgia, R." I was like, "Virtual Restalgia." It's perfect.
Well, he can have many segments.
Like, I didn't want to do like the emulation and modding stuff because I know how uncomfortable you get when anybody does any sort of like mods.
Yeah, okay, cool. But you can do that on the show. That's totally okay. It's like literally the only thing you're good at, the only value you can bring to anybody. So it would be good if you did that.
I'm glad to see that's where the bar's set for me.
I'm going to answer Rich Odell's question. So what I'm going to do with my racing cabinet is two things. The end game is I'm going to have a separate PC in there because I have a couple of Optiplex PCs downstairs that I'll turn into like a racing build. But what I want to do is film a review and also show off. Buy Stuff Store has their Android box that they're selling, guys. And this Android box is preset to play racing games. You could even use Glenn's GRS flight yoke. It's already all the controls are already configured and set up on that Android box build. Hang on one second, guys. I got to mute something. I'm going to do two things. First, I'm going to set it up with an Android box real quick, and then after that, I'll probably I'll probably end up doing the PC so I could play some really nice games in that thing. So that's my plan, buddy. That's my plan. Speaking of which, we got Retrostasis says Restalgia. I'm hoping your mod comes out. I want to put Punisher. What do you think about that?
Unfortunately, with Arcade 1-Up machines, you almost have to make a dedicated mod for each individual PCB because they change out the SoCs. There's a lot of stuff going on. So even if I had my mod today for the Miss Pac-Man cabinet, it's not transferable to anything else. You need to adjust the code and do a bunch of testing and get it running on a different SoC. Maybe you even have to rebuild the mod. So that is something I will leave with Mystery Encoder. I'll leave that with him and his team and see if that's something that they can do. Because realistically, I don't have the time to be digging into every single PCB and going that route.
So do you have a split personality, or do you just have a dissociative disorder where you put on your other outfit and you become Mystery Encoder? Because I'm
just bipolar, Mike. That's all it is. That's all it is. I am not Mystery Encoder. Mystery Encoder has been in our chat many times while I'm sitting right here.
It just means you can walk and chew gum at the same time. That's all.
That just means I know how to automate a bot to do typing under a different account. That's all it is.
You can automate these bots and widgets to do anything.
No, Mystery Encoder is he's a good guy, but he is not me. And that's how you guys should know that he's not me, because he's a good guy. So
he has a soul.
He has a soul. Yeah, that's right.
You guys are hilarious. All right, so we got a couple of technical things we got to shake out before next week, and next week we'll actually be able to do some of our planned segments. We want to talk more about VR gaming, more about the Switch gaming, PC gaming, as well as more more modding and things like that as well. On top of just giving you guys the home arcade news, but special day, special show, react to all this stuff. Hopefully we entertained you. And also, Carl will be back next week. I'm super excited about that as well. I miss Carl.
He really is the loving foil that keeps this group together. Like, so much is missing without him here.
Yeah, it's terrible without him. It's terrible.
The problem is I'm so laser focused on Restalgia all the times without him here, because when Carl's here, his furnace is going off, and that's all I can focus on. And that allows Restalgia to get on with his bullshit. And I don't have any opportunity to jump on him while he does it because I'm too focused on the furnace.
Mike, you're just not sharp enough, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes you get it. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you lose. You usually lose. And that's okay. Today you can have your victory.
Do us a favor in the live chat. What'd you think of the season premiere? Hopefully we made you laugh. Hopefully we entertained you. Also, if you caught this on replay, leave us your comments, feedback, reactions below. Let us know what you think about the upcoming new segments and topics we're going to be covering on the show. Definitely want to round things out further for you so you guys get the best bang for your... Well, they're not paying to be here. Best bang for your minute. Best bang for your minute. So do us a favor, guys. Give us a thumbs up on the way out. Thank you for subscribing. And in the words of Detroit Love, You know what? I'm even going to play our old exit video in honor of Carl because I miss him so much.
You don't have
The
the new exit video ready, do you?
Somebody has to message Console Fanboy and have him put together a montage of all of the translation between me and Mike on my side. I'm gonna have to ask him for that. We need that for episode 2.
Yeah, so it's just going to be a bunch of one
It's just gonna be me
single
standing there
image saying "file not found."
Oh my God.
It's just gonna be an error 101 screen.
You guys
or
are
404.
All right, guys. I know the YouTube community burned you out with retro gaming content. Do me a favor, guys. Play your arcades, play your video games, spend time with your loved ones. Have a great day. Give us a thumbs up on the way out. Thank you for subscribing. And then the words of Detroit Love, we will see you, everybody now, on the web.
Happy
On
Halloween.
On the web. Happy Halloween.
It's not Halloween.
Party City
It's-
Halloween show.
It's an Arkham Asylum theme. I wanted to theme the show after Arkham Asylum because of Restalgia's Batman. Love for Batman. I knew I should have gone with the more cartoony Batman 66 theme that I had in mind. You guys suck. Well, you're going to deal with this for the next 3 months. What's so funny? Did I miss something?
No, you're good, man.
Is it the fact that the show's still going?
It's still
How come
going? I can't
don't
tell.
know.
I don't know how this new thing works.
This is all. It's all strange to me, man.
Oh, crap. I messed up.
What do you mean?
Tell
Okay,
us.
I found it. Sorry. We'll see you on the web.